Hola. Bienvenido Villalaivo. Me llamo El Travis Torello. Hey, Mom.
What a handsome sweater I have on.
Oh, boy.
Somebody's allergic.
A real sheep?
Yeah. We look like a shitty version of the Wet Bandits. Don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We're like an updated version of it, though.
Mm-hmm. The hip and fly.
Yeah, I like it.
Don't mind us. We're just a black guy and a white guy robbing houses together.
Yeah.
Anything's possible.
Yeah, thank you.
Chris Deb and Travis Rhodes, we are live. I'm feeling fancy today in
Are
my,
you? How you
in my
feeling?
sweater.
You look good. I like it. Did you make that?
I did. I made it to J.C. Penney to
Oh.
purchase it 3 years ago or 2 years ago.
Was it for an ugly sweater party? Or? It's not ugly. I'm not saying it's ugly. I'm just saying, did you attempt to try to buy an ugly sweater, but you're like, no, actually, I kind of like this.
Holiday sweater.
Oh,
No, there was some kind of crazy deal or something going on, and there happened to be. It was actually it was funny. It was like the Three Little Bears,
Aw.
2017, because there was an XL, a 2X, and a 3X, and 6'7", 6'3", 6'2", brother.
Worked out perfectly.
It worked out great.
There you
so
go.
that's this is what I'll be wearing tonight. We got the big Christmas sweater comedy show.
Comedy!
I'll tell you more. I'll tell you more about that as the show progresses. First, let's say hello to Aunt Crystal, the producer, Chris Gardner.
Hey, Guardsy.
That's more like it. Thank you. Good morning, gentlemen.
Did it work where I was trying to test him a little bit, where I was talking slower? I wanted to see if he was going to start getting jittery. It didn't. He's kind of calm.
Travis, I need to apologize to you.
Okay.
If the cops show up, it's only because I saw you walk in like that, and I was worried.
You have some nerve.
It was.
Well,
he
you're
was-
dressed in all black with
He
your
was
hat
some
like that. What
fucking
am I
nerve.
supposed to do?
What the fuck am I supposed to do when I'm driving up to work, coming up to our building,
Uh-huh.
and I see this very scraggly old white woman on the corner smoking like she's about to shank somebody that comes out of the...
Who would ever think that? Besides the SLU security department.
Yes, and I was going to walk...
Profiles me.
going to drive up to his window and go, hey, that one there. But I didn't. You know why? Because it's the Christmas season. And you called the feds on me?
It's a holiday season.
Oh, I tell you
I
what.
didn't call the feds. I called the police. Why would you assume the feds?
Not because
Because I know some federal prosecutors.
you do know a lot more. You know a lot of people in the system. For a guy that challenges the system, you know a lot of people inside of it.
Well, how do you learn about it?
Okay.
Besides talking to people that deal with it.
I just think it's interesting. It's almost like you're an informant.
You think
Gardner,
he's a
you've been
narc?
snitching on us,
I
man.
think I'm undercover.
I've been seeing so many
Man.
weird cards following me lately. Did you snitch on us?
No.
I'll be honest. That would be the just lamest RICO case of all time.
I feel sorry for those
Like, what-
agents.
How would they what would they even bust us on? Well, you guys are criminally unfunny. We're gonna have to
That would
take
probably be my
that's
only
good.
concern. Like if I was there was surveillance put on me or my family or my house, I would feel so terrible for those agents.
Notice how boring.
I was like, so you saw me make that 2 a.m. run to White Castles?
Did
And you
see
saw me
that?
make a 3 a.m. run to Walgreens for some Pepto?
Hang on, we got something. We got movement. What? Oh, no, he's just peeing in his front yard. Oh, well, he's back at. Technically, we could, but yeah, that's it.
Yeah, this actually makes it easier. I don't have to wear a wire. They just turn on the live stream and away we go.
Oh, I can see the viewers. It says FBI. Not really.
You ever see when
can't
people
shield that?
people like label their wireless networks something like that?
They think they're real clever.
Yeah, like FBI van.
Trojan horse virus.
Yeah,
Click it. Dare you?
come on now. Let's calm down, people.
What's the name of your Wi-Fi?
My Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
5G, something or another.
Whatever charter.
Oh,
gave
for
you.
did you ask that on purpose?
Yeah.
For a while, it was download We Are Live on iTunes. I thought it was funny.
He's nothing if not a salesman.
Organic growth. I
Right.
see.
Oh, we have so many more downloads from my Wi-Fi network being attempted to hack into. And then
promotional
instead,
tool.
And instead they go, well, I'll just download this.
No one has thought to use their Wi-Fi network as a promotional tool.
Until 3-4 years ago.
Okay.
How many fans?
We could sell mine. Let's sell mine to an advertiser.
Okay.
I don't know.
Doesn't hurt to ask.
Your Wi-Fi network?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just $5 a month. That's it. That's all
Is
it
that
costs.
all?
Yeah, that's
What
it.
do you do? Is that like a pack of smokes a month?
That's less for that. I mean, I go kind of I'm a brand smoker.
Hmm.
Newports are at least 6 per pack, unless you buy a carton, of course. So that's not even a pack. But it's close. I thought of I wanted to mention this to you. I thought of your mom and dad this morning.
Don't ever.
Oh boy.
I thought of JPD and Lair Dog.
Okay.
And I just wanted to say hello and happy holidays to them, number one. I thought of how nice they were. I was getting ready this morning, lotioning up, and I looked over at a bear statue I have in my apartment. It's of 2 bears involved in coitus
Oh boy.
that was bought for me by my friend Sean at an antique store.
Okay.
But then it made me think of all the nice little things that JPD and Lair Dog have bought me this year, like the bear in the canoe, whittled out of wood, and then the snow globe of bears. And I also thought, man, they must get satisfaction too, knowing that this is a big fear of mine, and just a little smile when they buy something like that, because that's what I would get. So I want to say happy holidays to them
Nice.
and say you're welcome for giving you a level of satisfaction when you buy
Nice.
gifts.
That is so nice of you. Oh, we're doing shout outs to JPD then? Can I get a camera 3?
You
That'd
can't.
be great. That'd be
No,
awesome.
look
Well,
what you've
Gardner
done.
started it.
Yeah,
I just
look
figured,
what
because I too want to
you've
I want to thank
done.
them as well. Hello, JPD. Lair Dog, what's good? It's been a minute. Boy, do I hate it. I miss you. I love you. And I too want you to have an amazing holiday season. JPD, holla at your boy.
Huh.
That wasn't bad.
No, not at all.
How is JPD doing?
She's fine. The
Good stuff.
good stuff. She's doing great. She's headed to work if she's not there already. The listeners are getting in on some Wi-Fi network names.
Uh-huh.
So let's keep these going throughout the show. And I told people to tweet us as well. But Tom Brown says one of his neighbors is It Burns When IP.
IP.
I like that.
Ah,
I like that.
all right, I'm down with
I
that.
like that. It's not bad.
Black Sheep's got Pretty Fly for a Wi-Fi.
Uh-huh.
Not bad. It's very
That's
cute.
good.
Very
Like
appropriate.
naming your fantasy football team.
Yeah, it is. Oh man,
Or
what was
or
I so
slow
proud?
pitch recreational league softball team.
Oh, that one too.
I have a few fantasy football team names I was proud of that we'll get into. Black Sheep, I hope this is readable. Moved into a frat-tastic house in the middle of a family neighborhood. I was about to ask them what the Wi-Fi was, but then I saw a list of options which looked something like Johnson House, Mediacom, Belkin 11, Bear Fucker, Live Laugh Love. Which one was the frat guy's house? Royce in the comments is very confused, wondering if Gardner has a shirt on.
Yeah.
It does. If you show the carte blanche logo, but when you don't, you do look like you're wearing a bodysuit.
It does look like you naked, dog.
Like that.
Like, oh shit! It does look like you damn. Like you just
If
got.
I can get it like without wrinkles.
So if we can trick people into thinking you're in another city and you're nude,
That's
we're
good.
on to something.
I'm nude
I
in
see how-
another city.
I see how they faked the moon landing now. This is not that hard.
I didn't fake the moon landing.
That's how it
Come on
works.
now.
Kubrick directed it all.
No. We landed on the moon. The moon is simply a satellite put there by an alien life force.
Okay, I got you.
It just doesn't make sense that all the coincidences would line up, that the numbers would work, that it's this far away, that it. I mean, just look into it. It's probably hollowed out too.
That
Now-
makes sense.
I just recently watched a flick with Mizzou alum, Missouri great, Brad Pitt, in a sci-fi film called Ad Astra. And
How is that?
it is a delightful film, but in the movie, we have established a basis on the moon, but it has been divided up internationally. And on the multiple moon bases that exist in this film, there are moon pirates.
Moon
There's
pirates.
a.
Do
there's
they
a
address that it's
a sh-
scorching hot in the sun and
Hey, all I'm saying
freezing
is,
cold in the dark on the moon?
Well, look,
There's no atmosphere.
let me just say this: there's a car and gun scene chase on the moon in this film.
Ooh. I'll have to remember this because
This is you can see how they're setting up Fast and the Furious, by the way, in space.
Okay.
You can
Stop it.
tell.
That's
It's
like
coming.
the canary in the coal mine.
I want to
Yeah.
do a trivia category coming up where it's car chases. You have to identify the movie by the car chase. So you play a video of like a 30-second clip of a car chase. So that would be a good one to consider as a newer movie.
Yeah, it is a
Car chase on the moon.
it is a delightful film. It's got a few action scenes. Don't want to give too much away.
Do they
but
go inside the moon into the hollowed out?
They do not
portion?
go inside
Okay.
the cheese portion of the moon.
There's no cheese. It's just
Oh,
hollowed
okay,
out.
well, that's what you think.
What type of cheese?
Shoot, Havarti.
Don't put me up there. I'll grill that motherfucker.
Sure, I know how you feel about your cheeses.
I had
saw
the
it
most
yesterday.
delightful grilled cheese the other
Yes,
night.
you did. Tell them what you had in it.
I
Tell them
had
what you had in it. Hit them with this, Chris. Watch this, Chris. Watch this.
Sean brought me back some hot pepper cheese from Wisconsin.
Ooh, Daddy.
He sliced me up some hot pepper cheese,
Mm-hmm.
and it was man. It had the right amount too. I had a nice thickness to it, but it was not like because it's coming from a block, so it didn't just get all liquidy or anything like that. It was just the right amount of melted. And I paired that with some chili. Oh.
Oh, see, now you paired it with the chili.
Yeah, I saved the tomato soup. I didn't want to go tomato soup because I had a pasta earlier in the day with
Look
a
at
red
you.
sauce on it. So I was
course
like,
you did.
let me save the tomato bisque for another day.
Nothing better than slightly melting some butter out of the microwave. Then taking a bit of that butter and spreading it across your bread. Nice even side. Laying it then on the griddle. And then putting down a nice slice of provolone, Havarti, and pepper jack.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. Then, of course, I've already had my cut bacon. It's already been cooked. Lay that bad boy on that cheese.
Oh, yeah, bacon.
Turn that oven up just a little bit.
Oh.
Watch it as it all melds together in a wonderful delight of deliciousness. Bacon
You about
on
there?
cheese, on more cheese,
Uh-huh.
on buttery bread.
Yeah.
Hello, grilled cheese sandwich. Welcome to my mouth. Enjoy my gullet.
Jordan, in the
Welcome to my
comment-
mouth.
We just got a brand new category for our YouTube channel, which is available right now. I'm going to put that in the Facebook comments. But Jordan says, grilled cheese ASMR. Do you know what that is?
No, I do not.
It's like a style of speaking, or so. It's like big YouTube videos.
Oh,
where
when
they-
people into the mics?
No,
Is
I
that
thought
what
it
they
was
do?
they just quietly describe things. I think it's
Oh, I didn't
meant
know that
for,
was a thing.
Maybe meant for people that have autism.
Okay, it's not for those because I've seen those videos where people like eat into the mic, and people get turned on by the sound of things like that. And
doing
have you
that.
not seen these? I'm not crazy.
Now, Purdy B is suggesting it's just food porn.
Okay, well that's a thing too.
ASMR, a feeling of well-being combined with a tingling sensation in the scalp and down the back of the neck, is experienced by some people in response to a specific gentle stimulus, often a particular sound. ASMR is triggered by things like whispering voices, paper tearing, and scalp massage.
Ooh,
Interesting.
scalp massage.
Interesting. I didn't know that was a market. Maybe Papa Bear has to get into that
Should
market.
we do that instead of this every day?
I mean, it probably would
Come in, describe a meal very softly.
Look, I see the things that get views on YouTube.
I
these
think that would
days.
We
we'd
could
probably
do
be
an
way more
Definitely,
ASMR
we
category.
we should just do at least once.
Should we
a
do an
week.
ASMR show? Just one show? Yeah.
Him not yelling?
Oh, that'd be so nice. I've been waiting for that for years.
This
Son
is
of a
your
bitch.
roundabout way of getting to it, huh?
Mhm.
Son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
this is all staged.
Yeah.
Jordan left the comment.
Yeah. He
I
and I discussing LeBron and China and not having to yell at each other.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Gardner, I find your thinking to be fucking idiotic. You fucking moron.
Get fucked, motherfucker.
Oh. Takes one to know one, asshole.
I agree with that sentiment.
Actually, it's not a bad way to debate.
No.
Think about it.
We did a presidential debate, ASMR.
Ah, no,
think it'd
that'd
be able to happen?
Oh, wait. Oh, Purdy's is saying, you you turned it into porn
Oh,
with that mannish description of a grilled cheese.
manish description. It was a very
You
man.
use a tomato at all
And
every
then
once in a
then I
while?
grab it. Then I take a bite of it. Yeah.
Every once in a while, I put a tomato on there.
Tomato, sometimes a little spinach.
Oh, spinach.
It's very delicious. Oh God.
I've seen the
Ugh.
way you eat. That you haven't had a piece of spinach
I had
on
some,
purpose.
I had some
and
spinach by accident this weekend.
Maybe, maybe if you were
I had
having like
spinach.
sheep's stomach and it accidentally ate some spinach,
That's probably
and
what it
then
was.
it made its way.
How did you
in.
accidentally eat spinach?
And it was right there. You know when you're hungry, you're just like, oh, I eat that.
No, he tried to roll it, and then he realized that ain't rolling. I'll eat it.
Oh, that's also true.
I thought you like thought it was lettuce at the salad bar and it was spinach instead.
You think he goes to salad bars?
I
don't
I
know.
do actually.
Oh man,
I went-
salad bar. See him high walking in. He's just like he forgets that they weigh it by the pound. He's just,
I've made that mistake before.
You go up. It's like $34, sir.
How did I get a $9 salad?
Oh man.
That's what happened to me
Yeah,
last
I've
week.
done
It's-
that.
Are you following me? Are you? That's so weird that you almost to the T. I literally went into the Snooks
The
on
what?
Manchester,
Oh no.
and a brother was like, "Oh, that salad bar looked really good."
Yeah.
Now, was I high? I was.
Probably.
Of course.
Do you
Probably.
want to interview yourself, or you got?
I was I under the influence? Not likely. Did I get a very large salad with every meat provided in the salad bar? Absolutely.
Sir, we're out of ham now.
Did I then ask one of their employees if they were going to stock more meat in the salad bar while I'm here? And was I disappointed when they told me, no, sir, we're closing the bar down pretty soon? Yes. Did I then pour every little bit of dressing they had also on the side of the salad bar
Oh.
inside my box of salad?
Oh no.
Absolutely. Did I pay more than $10 for a salad at 9:30 p.m.
Mm.
at Snooks? I did.
Uh-huh.
And yes, there was a bag of Doritos with the salad. You're welcome. Feels good to be honest, Chris.
Did you put? Did
Norman-
you put the Doritos on the salad?
Well, now you're asking a
They're-
lot of personal questions.
They turned into croutons.
They're,
What kind of croutons are those?
they're-
Dorito croutons.
they're zesty croutons, is how I see it.
Did you
Ooh,
take?
How
a-
about we could make Dorito croutons? That's a thing now. We just got invented it.
We just invented it, Chris.
I'm picturing this happening, and he gets to his car. He's like, "Well, I'll eat this one." No, and then he opens up. He pops the shell of the salad. He sees it, and he sees his masterpiece. He DMs a photo of it to the Taco Bell Instagram, and he's like, "Look what I've done. Call me. Here's your new taco salad
Yeah.
idea."
Or like, I could see you going to like some of those nicer places. They like to put those tortilla strips
Oh,
on
I
the
love
salad.
that. Oh, isn't
But
that
like,
delightful?
Nicer place.
I don't know. I'm thinking of a restaurant in particular.
Okay,
So maybe that's why.
gotcha.
But I could see Travis going, instead of the tortilla strips, could you just slice some Doritos and put that
brought
on
my
them
own.
instead? Yeah. No tortilla strips. Yeah. I brought my
That'd
own.
be funny. I brought,
Yes, open up a
I
bag.
brought my
You're
own.
crushing it a little.
I'll get it. I'll get it.
There you go. There's your next
At
move.
Travis's restaurant, the waiters come by and tell me when.
Mhm.
They shake out Doritos crumbs onto your food.
Look, you don't. If you got that at your restaurant, holla at your boy.
I mean, honestly, we are live ASMR style and crush Doritos at restaurants.
If
I
we're
mean,
being
can we
honest,
just retire now?
if we're being honest, it was going to be on the Rascal Flatts Bar and Grill menu at some point.
Well, then a gangster ruined that whole plan. Can we? Why isn't this a bigger deal? Why isn't this
'Cause
talked
it's
about?
Rascal Flatts.
If I was presenting an award,
Toby Keith was involved in the.
if I was presenting an award at the Country Music Awards and they were coming up to grab some, I would be like, "What happened?"
Hey.
On live TV, I would ask that.
There are some
Yeah, because
ventures.
you want to know.
I mean, I get it. There are some ventures you get it. I've
They could have only been involved by signing a piece of thing, and then
Hey,
part
here's
of
our
their money
name.
moved here to there.
yeah, that's kind of what Shaq did. You know, you get a part of this investment group firm, and they go out and they purchase, in bulk, so they'll buy 20 Papa John's and 30 grocery stores and
Right.
things like that.
And it's
So
more
I
their-
can see,
it's like an
yeah,
asset.
yeah, it's like more like so an asset. So you don't. And look, bar and grill. Do you really think the mafia is going to be involved with bars and grills. So I think that Rascal Flatts probably didn't. Wait, what? Of all the things we could have put our money in, you're telling me the one we put it in was a bar and grill that was apparently owned by the mafia? Who would have saw that coming? So
They adapt.
They do. They do. That's a good point. I think about that.
Do you think he was like, my father got to work with Sinatra. Here I am with these goons. He's just looking at himself in the mirror as he puts his tie on. And God, his bolo tie on. Excuse me.
bolo.
And he's just really upset.
Yeah, because this was
playing
in
the part.
Arizona, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Is it Arizona or Texas? Was it Arizona?
I think it was Arizona, because I think the guy who wrote the piece that kind of revealed all this stuff wrote for the Arizona Republic, I think. So I think that's where it came from. That's where Sammy the Bull Gravano ended up in witness protection.
Oh, really?
Yeah. in
Oh, wow.
Arizona.
Wow. Good for Sammy
And I
the
think
Bull.
he had a pill thing going on the side while he was in witness
Jesus.
protection.
I mean, come on. He's got to have a side hustle.
No?
Can't
Well,
ever.
you can't kill anybody anymore.
Right.
The mob just seems so stressful. So many rules.
You'd be a bad mafioso.
I would be terrible.
Mm-hmm.
There
You'd
are
get-
so many rules. Like, do they have conferences?
You'd be offed pretty quick.
I probably would. But but
Yeah.
here's the thing. How far up would I get?
You wouldn't get.
You don't think I'd get far
There
up?
ain't no affirmative action in the mob, pal.
I'll just start my own black mob. How about that? Diversify the mafia industry.
Yeah,
I-
you say that, and what happens to you?
Yeah.
See ya.
That's a good sketch, though, Travis. You demand affirmative action placement in the mob.
I demand like the Rooney Rule
Yeah.
applied
You're like, listen,
to being a mafia
You have to at
boss.
least interview me
I
for
mean,
the
you gotta-
con.
man, sorry.
I'm no snitch, but listen, I'm going to have to
So-
take this to the next level.
Demetrius.
Yeah, you do your spicy meatball at one time,
I'm
and
like, I hear
See ya.
you. Spicy meat.
do that impression
Yeah,
one
I probably
time, and
should've
then
done
see ya.
Is that what you were doing in New York?
You know what? My small fear, because I think I think what I fear the most is doing something by accident to a member of the mob
Mm-hmm.
and then having them come after me because of it. So that was sort of my fear, that I was going to accidentally run into a mafioso member, bump into him by accident, say something, reach out to
Shouldn't
him,
you
ask
be
him
more
for
weary of like a heroin addict?
Nah, I know them. I'm from St. Louis.
They're chill. Yeah,
Yeah, they're pretty, like,
pretty
yeah.
slow.
You just, throw a couple of sliders at them, and you're like, they're
All
good.
you gotta do is have some agility.
Yeah. But with a mob boss, that was a small fear of mine. I just watched The Irishman. That's intense.
We should recreate a fight between you and a heroin addict.
Why do we have to recreate it? You could probably go do it
Yeah,
somewhere.
that's terrible.
I just watched this documentary on the Iceman. The guy who was one of the most
Arnold
prolific.
Schwarzenegger?
No, not him. The most
Did
prolific.
he cometh?
No, I forgot his name.
No,
just
I know what you're talking about.
but
He was allegedly the
most
busiest,
brutal.
yeah.
He said like he's the deadliest assassin in the history of the mob.
Mhm.
Okay.
And they say he allegedly killed between 200 to 300 people.
It's quite a wide delta.
Yeah. Nevertheless, like a lot of people who were in the game, part of the mob families, verify that, like, no, this guy did a lot of work, and this guy was essentially bred and born to
Be a
be
killer.
this killer. And oh boy, he was not nice.
Did he have an MO,
Uh,
or did he do a variety of things?
They
'Cause
just
if
called.
you
They
killed-
said they called him the Iceman because he was just so stone cold. Like the guy was
Yeah.
just he had no emotion. He had no when he killed somebody, he wasn't angry or excited.
There's
he
no
just,
empathy.
There was none
Yeah.
whatsoever. They say he would to test out guns. He would just randomly drive through poor neighborhoods shooting people. Just so he said, oh yeah, that gun works well with this. They say he bought a crossbow. Because he liked the unique ways of killing his victims, and he tested it out on
Oh,
the
okay.
homeless in New York.
Well, I mean,
I say he was a diabolical, awful human being.
well,
And
yeah.
this is even according to his kids.
Well, yeah. I mean, when you kill that many people,
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of have to be,
He
right?
even killed a mob boss. That's how badass they say he was. He killed a freaking mob boss. Mob
Oh.
boss pissed him off.
I don't think that makes him more diabolical, though.
Man, you kill a mob boss, man. You just got no
Yeah,
scruples,
but,
man. You got no scruples.
Who's to say the homeless aren't more valuable than a mob boss?
And they say kill women and children. Iceman was not a nice person.
Yeah.
Not
I
a-
was just curious, like, if you kill that many people, you think you get bored killing them the same way?
and then only that. That's a good
This is
point.
me just theorizing.
No, that's a good point.
Not saying that
Because
if I
you're really
you know.
fleshing this out.
Well, I find the mind fascinating and what
Oh no.
people like that are. It's a dark dive at times when you explore it.
Your
talk-
wife?
But I would think if someone is like that, they would like variety in their life. They wouldn't want to kill someone the same way all the time.
I think with anybody who has any type of job, you would want a little bit more variety,
Mm-hmm.
excitement.
So I was curious if he
That's
had an
why-
MO throughout. Or
That's
not.
why we're going straight ASMR.
Oh boy.
We're switching. Yeah, we like variety too. Like serial killers, hitmen, podcasters. Everybody likes variety.
That's true. So my question is for you guys. Since you guys say I would not make it far up the chain, how far do you think you guys could make it inside the mafia? Chris is a talker. Like when he has to, sell you something, he'll sell it. So I think he can be a consigliere. I think he can move up that high. I think he can be a nice advisor to the Don. I think, Gardner, you would be a great soldier. You would be a very good confidant because you can move in different rooms. So you can get a lot of information. So you can be on the intelligence side. So, yeah, I think you can rise pretty high in the mafia ranks.
I've never pissed. I upset a bookie once.
Oh, boy.
I won't say his name.
Well, please don't. Not on
Yeah,
this show with my name attached to it. Thank
leave
you.
that out of it.
Please.
But it wasn't my fault. I have to take some blame though, because somebody I know
Mm-hmm.
was looking for a bookie
Oh, boy.
because their bookie had just got busted by the feds. And so I said, well, let me check. I know of one guy that a couple friends of mine use. And so I talked to a friend and said, hey, I got somebody looking for a bookie. They're like, well, you have to vouch. And I go, yeah, I'll vouch. And I vouched. Come to find out, I probably shouldn't have.
Oh, no.
Because
No.
first weekend he bet,
Oh, Jesus.
he lost about $4,000 or $5,000 with them. And then when it's the day to collect, wasn't paying up.
Oh, no.
And then that's where my name started getting brought up.
Oh,
and
no.
They thought I was in on some scam.
Oh, no.
So it got a little dicey.
Yeah, that sounds pretty dicey. Oh,
But
God.
then my friends had to vouch for me because they're like, we know Gardner. This is not how he is. He wouldn't do this. And I think that bookie still to this day thinks I was trying to scam him in some way.
Hey, man,
wow.
so that hasn't been resolved.
I run into him every once in a while.
Oh, well, that's not. Okay. We broadcast live from the St. Louis Police Department headquarters.
Found out he wanted to come up to a radio station. It was at one point too.
Oh, boy.
Have a
We,
little talk.
all views and debts expressed by Chris Gardner is not that of We Are Live.
I'll tell you the name off the air in
Oh,
case the
God.
person shows up here one day.
Oh,
we know
well,
what's
that's
going
not
on.
delightful.
It's not
Well,
gonna
Chris,
be
I-
a thing.
So
Yeah.
that's I mean,
Or Y
he's
98's
not mafia
firing,
or
no.
anything, but like, cause I mean, there was the one hitman I drank with.
Oh,
He was retired at the time though.
well.
Now, at the time, you can come out of retirement real quick. But
About to
all you
say,
gotta
Yeah,
do
well,
is
he
kill
got
All you
murdered.
got to do is kill somebody. What?
He ended up getting murdered.
Oh, well, I don't
Okay,
want to know
now,
that story.
No, I do. Let's hear the
Oh,
whole
boy.
thing.
No,
What's
there was
going
a
on
guy
here?
drank with
Did
that.
Did he spill some beans?
No, it was he was going to collect money or something, or going to make a collection.
How did you know him?
I
Like
didn't
you
really
knew
know.
he was a.
No,
Did he tell
I
you a
didn't.
job he
I
did? That's how you
didn't.
knew he was a
No,
hitman?
and I found
Oh,
out
you
more
just you
details.
found out after
It
he
was
died.
After the
Oh,
no.
okay.
I found out before he died, but I had drank with him a
Oh.
couple times, and we would buy each other drinks back and
Oh,
forth.
sweet Jesus, man.
And then finally, the bartender's like, "You know who you're drinking with?" And I go, "No." He's like, "This guy worked for so and so, and like, he's retired now, but he did this." And I'm like, Jack, why didn't you tell me this
yeah, you
beforehand?
kind of want to talk. Hey man, don't leave me hanging at a bar if I'm talking to a dude and y'all know he a murderer.
Like,
don't
I
do
wasn't
that.
seeking this out. I mean, I'll drink with anyone, but I also need to know what I'm getting myself
Who
into.
the hell does that?
And so it was several years later. I have to go back and look up the guy's name. I can't remember his last name,
Who
but
does
he ended up.
that?
It was a shootout
Oh my.
in the what is it, Clifton Heights neighborhood.
Oh goodness.
Like he was going to collect, and then there was a shootout, and he ended up like trying to drive away in his Cadillac and got shot in the head driving away and crashed the car into a tree or something.
So this is recently,
It was within the last
10 years?
10 years, yeah.
And why you can't drive a Cadillac if you're a hitman? That's too obvious.
Yeah. That's what I was told about him, at least.
No. You
Right.
knew a hitman.
Retired.
Hitmen
Retired.
get into a lot of beefs.
See, I
we
don't
know a lot of
like,
beefs
and I
on
don't
it.
know to what extent he was doing stuff. So I don't know.
It'd be funny if you misunderstood the bartender and he was just a radio DJ who
Because
called himself the hitman.
I would play the hits.
That's right. And then that carried over into someone
Oh, that's a
thinking
good
he was
like
a hitman.
like Barry is
Yeah.
he becomes a what if he instead is a DJ
Yeah.
called the Hitman.
Mm-hmm.
It only plays
the
the
finest
hits. Plays top 40 hits like
That's right.
C1077.
Yeah.
That's funny. Like I'm just trying to think
See?
of.
It's all this a case of mistaken identity the whole time.
Oh man, I just find that disturbing to find out after the fact that you were talking to a stone cold.
How are you a
villain.
retired hitman too? Like what do
You
you
get
get
older, it's harder to.
Do you get a gold watch?
Well, obviously, it becomes tougher because
does
he was
become
going to
tougher.
collect and ended up dead.
Oh dear.
Huh. I don't know how I feel about
I have
this.
to look up. I can't remember the guy's.
We'll have to do some research off
Yeah.
air. I'll have to look at that. You know what's also
I
funny?
probably shouldn't mention the name, so I'll just keep that.
Yeah,
But
keep that to
I
yourself.
think I gave enough details.
No,
about
that's not.
them.
We don't have to get. We,
Yeah,
we don't
I-
need any more.
I might
Good.
be in trouble, guys.
No, we
Yeah,
don't need any more
we'll see you
information.
around.
We'll be all right.
I do want to tell you guys about Happiest Hour tonight. Obviously, walking billboard today. Christmas sweater comedy show tonight at Sophie's. 6 o'clock. We're going to get kicked off. Come a little early. Get yourself some food from
Sophie's.
from Buzz's Hawaiian Grill. We're going to give out some prizes for best audience sweaters. It's going to be a hell of a time. We've got Jeremy Howig, Kenny Kynes, Meredith Hopping, Emily Hickner, all on the bill. Everybody's going to be wearing their gaudiest Christmas or holiday attire. It's going to be a fun time, so we appreciate it. If you come join us, Jack Daniels is in partnership with us on this. There's going to be some holiday-themed drinks, and don't forget their Schlafly specials as well. So bring yourself to Sophie's in Grand Center tonight, 3224 Locust. And our friends from Young Professionals at Gateway Pet Guardians are going to have the dog monitor there, Travis. It's exciting, huh? So it'll be a fun time. Come out and join us.
I like when you do that to him. He gets distracted for a moment, and you pull him right out of it.
Right.
That's
What were
like
you
a-
reading?
That's like a fucking teacher in school too.
Yeah.
Me?
All right, Travis.
Oh, I
Hey,
didn't even-
teacher, you see everybody else in here not paying attention? Forget you.
talking to me? I'm just doing a show, and I just
Yeah.
talked to the co-host.
All you have to do is do your job.
You son of a.
All I did was just talk to the guy who I'm supposed to talk
You're
to.
a co-host.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My mistake. Either way,
That's
going to be
a
a
lot.
blast tonight. Gardner, what
That's
did
a
you
lot.
have last week from Buzz?
I had 2 sliders. I had the steak teriyaki, and I had the pork slider.
Oh, doctor.
It's so damn good.
Poke was so good.
It's like it's really cool to eat food that's good and good for you.
Well, you put all the ranch all over the
Well, I
poke.
couldn't help
Buzz
it, but-
highly advised against that.
Yeah,
That was
I
weird.
couldn't help me. I was like,
Like, I don't think that's going to taste
say
right,
when on the
man.
teriyaki sauce.
Yeah.
It's like you're at the salad bar again.
Mhm.
Buzz, I kind of do get carried away at salad bars. But if you have a buffet at your wedding, holla at your boy.
You going to hang out there?
Speaking of weddings, I got one to go to here in a few weeks. I'm very excited about.
I got a wedding this weekend.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
who you checking out?
My cousin's getting married.
Is she?
He.
Oh damn.
Nice
Yeah.
try.
It's just, why would you inquire about a cousin who's getting married
Because I'll take my shot. I wanna-
before the nuptials?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Michael Gaines getting married here in a few weeks. Michael Gaines.
That's coming up quick, huh?
Damn, Michael Gaines getting
Okay.
married.
I got a pre-Hanukkah party on Friday.
Oh, nice. A pre-Hanukkah party.
Mazel, sir.
Yeah, for Benjamin Hockman.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it at his house?
Uh-huh.
Delightful. Let me know what they have.
I hope they have those rye bread party pizzas. I love those.
If you need a ride, let me know. Oh man, no, I was Ubering and I was dropping Gardner off. I figured I'd stop in. Hey,
I
everybody!
gotta figure out where the bus goes in Clayton.
They don't like those. They don't like those in Clayton. What I'm trying to think. What? Oh, that's what it was. With Benjamin Hockman, Post Dispatch, sports writer. he wrote an article based on the XFL and how Andrew Luck's father is making it seem legit. And he put, this is the weirdest DM I even said it, I go, this is the lamest DM I'm ever going to send. He shared his story and put cacaw over it, but he spelled it with C's instead of K's. So I corrected him in his DM. I'm like, hey, bro, just a heads up.
Yeah.
It's cacaw with a
Yeah.
with a K. So, yeah, I was on the lookout.
That's what all the merch says.
That's right.
So let's.
So do I get an editing credit now?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Mhm.
Let's be
Yeah.
uniform on this.
Hell
We're
yeah.
gonna have.
Like
I
a
was
staff
looking out
writer
for
on
him.
the Posters Patch. You're welcome.
I think that's how it
That's how-
works.
yeah.
Do I get to be part of the Writers Guild now?
No,
No.
trust me, you don't, because I get messages from those fellas still, and
So they run stuff by you, and like, can I get a writing credit on this? What's
ghostwriter.
what's minimum for the guild pay these days,
No,
Gardner?
nothing. Like you don't even get invited to the holiday party.
Oh wow.
I have a little Post-Dispatch notebook, reporter's notebook, that I was gonna just bring with me to where their party was one year and just say, "Let me in."
Generally works.
So I thought I'd give that a
He
shot.
Benfred never got back to me on the St. Louis Post-Dispatch sign because they just, of course, recently
Did you
relocated.
message him, or was I supposed to?
You were supposed to message him.
I think I forgot
Okay,
to.
well, we
There
see
it
him
is.
this weekend to say, hey, man, what they doing with that sign on top of the building?
Because I will talk to him because he's actually looking into something for me.
Okay.
Um,
Because if I can just, I would love the whole sign. I would be cool with just the St. Louis, but I would like the whole sign.
what were we texting about?
I
don't know
figured.
if
and
I don't think I
don't
can
have to worry
talk
about
it.
selling it to me because I already they're paid for it. So just they're trying to get rid of it. Just let me know.
You know what I'm
I'll
gonna?
bring a van and I can
Okay.
just drop it down into my van.
I mean, it's
and-
not like that's something historic that they would want to keep
No,
anyway.
Right.
Right.
Put it in the office. We got like St. Louis.
And they're like,
Post-Dispatch.
oh, cool. Did you donate it to like the museum, like a museum or something? Like, no, that dude from the podcast took
Yeah.
it. Okay.
It's like when we got in trouble at Lindenwood. They were tearing down houses around us, and we lived in a house, and they also were tearing down businesses because they were redeveloping some stuff.
Right.
One of them was the Bargain Barn, like a secondhand thrift store.
Right.
They had
Okay.
like a neon sign out front.
I'm listening.
So they were getting rid of stuff, and they had stuff taken down, and so the sign was just sitting out there.
Right.
They weren't going to use it for anything. It was just
Right.
going to be trashed.
Right.
So we took it, put it in the garage of our house,
Uh-huh.
and a friend rewired it, and then we hung it outside the garage
Right.
in the driveway.
Right.
And so when it would get dark, we would turn the neon sign on,
Brilliant.
the big one, and play wiffle ball in the dark. It's how we lit our wiffle ball field. And that lasted for 2 days until we got in trouble for it.
Why'd you get in trouble for it?
They just, because
The lights?
Lindenwood security was just
Just
like
very.
whatever.
Oh.
We would
wow.
go and buy some Keystone, and then we'd have like cases of Keystone, and we would just play wiffle ball at night with the light.
Man, you lived a life.
I understood the price, and you got the 30-pack with the stones back in the day. The havoc Keystone would wreak on
Yeah.
you, though, was not worth any
Well,
type
that's
of.
what you were at that time, though.
How could you not do the natural light instead of the Keystone?
Just
light?
the price, man. You got a 30-pack with the Keystone.
Sounds like that's every 18 and 19-year-old.
It wasn't a case.
bro. Get
That's
the
6
stones.
extra beers.
Yeah, that's a good
Right.
point.
That you're going to drink between 4 and 5 a.m.
Yes.
That you really need.
I mean, I was looking for any mixer with vodka at that point.
Oh no.
That's how we ended up with Voodoo, vodka and Mountain Dew.
Okay. It's just your poor mother has been through it all. hasn't she?
I've put my family through a lot.
Yeah, you have.
I've put my body through a lot.
Yeah,
I've
you
put my
done.
mind through a lot.
Yeah, it's true.
I've worn on a lot of people, including myself,
But you welcome
in
it,
these
Kev.
40 years.
You welcome it though. It's how you survive. It's who you are.
Well, I'm hoping to build up a resiliency, is my theory.
It's close. Getting pretty close.
You know what I'm going to try this weekend?
What's that?
Tennis.
Been a while.
I haven't played tennis in a while, and plus my knees.
What's going on with you?
How about to say you sure you want to do that with the knee? You got the knee brace ready?
I'm going to have to get it out.
And when's the last time you did anything athletic on that knee?
Well, when I do my knee lifts
Oh,
in the morning.
Boy, here we go.
Knee lifts.
I'm getting more
Are
and
you
more.
are you dating?
No.
Is that what's happening here? I've seen you do knee lifts, and now you're going to go play tennis.
No.
And I think I've only seen
playing
you eat
with my
4
lawyer.
sandwiches this week. Okay.
Yeah, I'm playing
What's
with my lawyer.
the play here? You just going to get
He
back
was
into
going to
tennis?
play racquetball with someone, and then we started talking about tennis, and a friend of ours.
How's your lateral movement?
I don't know. You know, here's the thing.
Travis,
This
I'm
is
worried.
fucking
I am worried
ridiculous.
too much. Should we just cancel
Is
next
it going to be
week?
warm this
I'll
weekend?
say, I don't know. It's not.
I thought it was
And
going to be in the mid 40s.
I may get up to 40, but most of the days they're going to start, it looks like, around.
Because we were going to play at like 7 in the morning on
Oh,
Saturday.
well, ain't going to be no 40 at 7 in the morning.
Well, maybe double check this weather then before we do something.
Because I'm thinking right now we need to cancel the show for next week if
But
this son of a bitch is going to
as I was walking home from the local watering hole last night, I looked around at one point to see if anyone was clear. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to try this. So I kind of started, instead of just walking normal, going side to side.
Oh, my God.
To kind of test.
How'd that go?
It actually felt okay. So I was a little encouraged. But my knees, like the right one in particular, still feels kind of heavy at times.
Because there's fluid in there.
Yeah. I have to pop it or crack it to like get it to loosen up.
Yeah, you may want to wrap that bad boy before you go out and put some ice
So that's
on
the
it.
that's the one that wasn't
Ice
originally
your knees before you
injured
play the
as bad
sport.
though.
Yeah, you're
Like,
supposed to, yeah.
so it's frustrating.
Yeah, man,
I
just-
feel like I can't walk right.
Can you just play can you guys just play like a little, you guys just hit it back with each other?
Well,
like-
we're gonna have 4 people, so we were gonna play doubles.
Oh, boy.
So that should make it easier on me,
Oh,
unless they're
boy.
just hitting lob shots. If I'm at the net and I have to run backwards.
Can we get a code word? Just you can text to us over the weekend so we know when you go down. Like, do we get like Black Hawk down? Ursa.
Ursa.
Okay. Look for that text at like Sunday afternoon.
Because I've been watching some bear stuff again lately.
Okay.
You're back on the bear stuff.
Well, it
okay.
wasn't. Someone pointed this out to me. There's like this short that Hulu made called The Hug. And it's like, I believe, if you really go back to my fear of bears, how it began. And I think this movie, this little short, which is like what I watched was 5 minutes long, is exactly what might have happened to me or what I envisioned happening to me. And it's set at like a Chuck E. Cheese showbiz type place. And this kid like gets the keys to turn the bear on, the animatronic bear, to sing. And then like the bear, because it was shut down or something, because the worker was like going on lunch or dinner break or something. And so only this kid, who's his bratty kid because it's his birthday and he wants to hear the bear perform for him. And the bear like says, only if you give me a hug first. And then he holds the kid. The kid hugs him and he just squeezes him. And then his head goes down and he starts eating the kid.
Oh, what movie is this?
It's called The Hug. I'll show you after the show.
Oh, we watching this bad boy.
And I'm like, holy shit. This is like they took my dream
Nice.
and turned it into this short. Because like I think that's where it began for me, is I got freaked out by the
Animatronic bears
at Showbiz, the Rockefeller
Yeah, they were good.
animatronic
They were
group.
like they were like the Temptations for children.
I went, and then that led me down the rabbit hole yesterday of watching malfunctions of the animatronic band at different
Nice.
places now. Like one of the Chuck E. Cheese heads just spins around. It's fucking like The Exorcist.
That is delightful. That is outstanding.
So I've been watching that, and I saw an advertisement for Man versus Bear. That's some show that's going on
man,
now.
Like it's like they get celebrities now hanging out with Bear Grylls, and they all do man shit together, and that's pretty dope. Dave Bautista, of course, who plays Drax in the Guardians of the Galaxy, former WWE wrestler and a future WWE Hall of Famer, just recently announced he's doing one with Bear Grylls.
That was quick for him to go in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. It's kind of become like a PR thing for the WWE because now these guys are big in other industries, and so it's an opportunity for them to get a little
bring him
pub.
back. And I see. Yeah,
He's
because
he's becoming a really big movie star like The Rock, so it's a great way to promote the brand.
I see. So it's not, hey, who's next in line?
I feel like he just technically, I don't know if there's a 5-year wait
Is
with
Brutus
WWE.
the Barber Beefcake in?
I thought he was, but I could be wrong.
I remember when Greg the Hammer Valentine went in
The Hammer.
because he looked.
I think that's why he calls himself that.
Well,
Hammer.
because there were two things. It was a big anniversary for WWE that year.
All right.
Because my friends and I went to watch WrestleMania at Ameristar Casino, I believe, at the sports bar there. And Greg the Hammer Valentine, a friend of mine, said, "Oh, he looks like my Aunt Mary." And then we all laughed at that. And then he was drunk, so I started calling him Greg the Hammered Valentine. He was just
Play on words.
He looked like he was drunk, like he was talking and doing something.
What would be your wrestler name?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Gardner.
The Doorman.
Ooh, the Doorman. Ooh.
That'd be good.
That's
That'd
what-
be a good manager.
That would be a one. That was a good one.
Be a
Yeah.
good manager.
I'd
Oh,
be a
would you-
good-
what would be your-
I
what would be
think
your
that's what would be
shtick?
my move. Be a
His?
manager.
No,
Yeah,
the
so-
doorman. Well, obviously you stand out at the entrance before he comes, and you go to the crowd. You look to the crowd, and you go, then Then you open the door, you let them in, you kind of escort
That
'em up
would
to
be
the
dope
ring.
because that could be like your thing. Like at every major pay-per-view, you have this elaborate door, and all you do, you stand out in front while the crowd is just cheering.
Or and like when I interfere
And you
in a
let your guy
match,
out.
instead of
Yeah.
with a folding chair, I have a door.
Yes.
Bam! Hey,
Right.
I'm with the door.
Yeah,
My
right.
God.
Yeah, I
You
could
sign
believe
for a
that.
couple packages while you're waiting.
Yeah.
and everything.
Uh-huh.
I think that's what you do. You take a coat of you take Vince McMahon's coat.
Or I deliver one of the packages,
Mm-hmm.
and like as the guy's opening it, he doesn't realize there's a hole
I like
underneath
that.
it, and I just punch up.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
I like that.
Okay.
They're like you give it. Yeah, I like that.
God, I would be a great
This will be a
manager.
good manager.
Yeah,
What
I
will be
like
your
that.
shtick?
Holy
What?
shit, we
What
have
would be
come up with
yours?
a lot
Me
of great
as a-
ideas. This
We
summer.
have. It's
Me
pretty
as a
good.
professional wrestler.
Or yeah, you were to be a manager, or would you be a
man.
wrestler?
Oh, I'd have to go wrestler. It'd force me to get back into some form of physical fitness.
So you'd be Earthquake.
Period.
Is he? Did we find out if he was still alive?
He's not
I
with.
think
He's
I-
no longer with.
He
us.
is not.
No.
So he can't be at my.
So you can
Ivan
be
Browning
the new
Days
Earthquake.
Festival.
Okay, first of all,
You could be the
piece of shit. That guy was 450
Chris Dimon,
pounds.
the Madrid Fault.
The new matter. See, but I don't. He looked good as a big guy. I just look like a guy who's not supposed to be.
You're
fat.
Whatever, man. You should do it.
What would I be?
The Dangler.
Okay, well, let's move on.
Why is that?
Piece of shit.
Oh, you know,
I don't
that'll
know.
be his finishing move too.
What do you teabag him?
Just like,
We gave him the mushroom tattoo.
oh man, the Dangler does it again.
You're a weird guy, Trav. That would have been good, like 1988 wrestling.
You just jump from the top rope. Boom.
Well, they had the one guy, Val Venus.
Yeah.
basically
Hello,
that,
ladies.
Yeah.
Billy Fat Pants says I could be the lost Orton brother. I'm the Orton brother that ate all the food that Nathan wouldn't. I think that's perfect. Yeah, there you go.
That'd be cool. And then your finishing move, like as the Dangler, you'd be like, "Do you consent?"
Oh no.
And see,
No,
that would be very appropriate
no, it wouldn't
for it
because they probably wouldn't.
they'd be like,
And then he would still do it, so that wouldn't be
you'd
good.
be like,
Yeah.
"Oh,
Then you're promoting that.
I
He had
do."
so many good ideas.
No,
You had to take it there.
sorry, I
He
apologize.
certainly did.
I ruined it.
Oh man, you know what is a great idea? Gateway powder coating.
Gateway powder coating.
If you've got a Fly Impala, and it's that's the official vehicle of North County, you said North City.
North County, the official vehicle is the Nissan Altima.
Okay, so we've got the Impala wheels. If you need those
There you
touched
go.
up, you can take them to Gateway Powder Coating. If you have some furniture or anything metal that needs powder coated, they will take care of you. You know they're fast, durable, and affordable. That's right. GatewayPowderCoat.com for more information. I like this. The Lost Orton brother.
That's pretty funny. Oh, Bubba Orton.
I think we're on to something here. Gardner, how's it looking for next hour? We've got Make It Racist.
Yeah.
We still have to talk about a rap battle.
Rap
beef.
battle.
Yeah.
There's a few other stories we could get to. Before we do anything, though, there's a couple things before we hit the top of the hour. Well, number one, Mizzou introduced their new head coach the other day. Apparently, he's in St. Louis today, hitting the recruiting trail.
As he should be. Eli Drakewitz.
Yeah? Why are you saying it like that?
I feel like he's even of Chris's ancestry.
What?
Isn't he? Eli Drakewitz. Isn't he Russian? I mean, German? I don't have time to dice him up. I don't know. Drinkwitz. Like Nowitzki.
So the new Mizzou coach is on the recruiting trail.
You might want to look into this.
Oh,
one.
boy.
Yeah, you might have. I'd take a look. See.
Okay.
He at his introductory news conference had some weird quotes. Some I didn't understand. One of them was, "I'm not the magic. We are the magic." So I just wanted to let you know that I have
We have audio.
updated his
I'm not the magic. We
State
are-
Farm
What is that even?
agent ad, because I think he looks like a State Farm agent from Paducah, Kentucky. So we now have included the quote on his print ad. "I'm not the magic, we are the magic." And that's going to be hard for me to not think about every time he does something.
Everybody is raving about why do people do this? Why, especially here? Why do we get so excited about a press conference? Like someone made the point the other day, and I
I'm
thought it
gonna
was-
love him just because he seems like he's gonna offer quotes that I could do something with content-wise.
Man, this is gonna be interesting.
So thank
How do you?
you.
And I'm also kind of curious, just from a. I've always wondered how this works because the guy less than a week ago was getting ready for his championship game. He has spent almost a full year at Appalachian State. You make the rounds, you know the lay of the land, and then in a matter of days, you're in another state, basically traversing through high schools, getting to know coaches you knew nothing about less than 6 days ago. So when you hit the ground running, like, what does that mean? Like, how does a new coach hit the ground running? Like when he say he's in St. Louis, which is impressive, good for him. But as a coach, like of these high schools, do you just play nice, or
Absolutely.
like how involved though can one truly get, not knowing the lay, like not knowing what players are who and where they stand? Like that seems like a lot of work to be able to.
You got a whole staff. You got people in your ear. You got. It looks really good, and they're probably extremely targeted. He's not just picking on a map and just showing up at Oakville.
Okay.
He's got a bunch of people saying, "Go here. They have this kid that might be worth shaking hands with or something." And it's optics mixed with legitimate, like, hey, let's talk about this.
No, it makes a ton of
how
sense
you-
optically.
he-
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, who knows? He could have spent the last 2 days watching video of all these people
Yeah,
he's
that's
going to talk to.
That's a
too,
very good
so.
point. That's a good point. No, I'm never a person that gets excited about the press conference. I wish the best for the individual, and Eli Drinkwitz, and I hope for the best. That's
Oh,
all I
why-
can.
That wasn't very convincing, was it?
No,
really?
you called him the individual.
The
Mhm,
individual.
right,
I'm not-
yeah.
Like you didn't.
Talking about him like a dog, you're not really
Yeah.
sure if you're going to keep.
Come on now.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Be a
gonna lie.
human.
This is not an exciting hire.
Just be a human.
I am a human. I'm
Everybody-
happy for
The
him.
individual.
I just said I'm happy for him. What else
Every-
you want from me? You want me to send him a birthday
treat
card?
him like a damn person.
I have.
You're familiar with
You
Paul
don't know anything
Feinbaum?
about him. You're ignorant.
I am.
Paul
I am.
Feinbaum? He charmed Feinbaum. He can't charm you. I think everyone seems to be consensus super excited about it, and the paycheck backs that up. Mizzou didn't just back up the $4 million a year truck for some turd off the street. He would have got it from somewhere else.
We'll see. We'll see.
He's one of those that if the University of Arkansas hired him, you'd be like, oh man, what they got there?
Nah, I don't care about what other schools would have done. I really just.
You need
specifically-
something flashy because you're a vain person.
No, I think, you know what?
Damn.
Yes, I am. I am a
Damn.
vain person. I do. I think know your audience. I'm not the only person that would attend Mizzou football games that feel that way. So that's fine. You can say all Mizzou fans want are flashy hires. Well, those are the motherfuckers who are going to pay the tickets to go to the damn game. So yes, know your audience.
Pinkel,
So that's fine.
Pinkel
No one's
wasn't a
going to show up
flashy
next
hire.
year until you start winning, and that's how it should be. But you can't say that people, all Mizzou fans want are flashy names. These are the people who are paying the salary. These are the people who are paying for the south end zone. These are the people who are paying for the damn tickets.
Yeah.
So hell yeah, I want something flashy. No damn Eli Drink got a damn comb over and you in your mid-30s. Who that? What has been so stressful in your life, Eli? Got a damn comb over. 36 years old, man. Get your life right. Come up to St. Louis. You better not be coming up here throwing up no gang signs and try to do your TikTok dances. Don't do that. Come here, talk to these nice people, leave. I know you can't stop. You ain't got time to eat no pappies, no emos. Get your ass back to come on, get to work.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Get your life right.
I'm just saying, man. Nobody.
Is that what you told him?
Get your life right, man.
Seems to be doing okay.
I'm just saying. Apparently, $4 million a year to have a comb over. You better hope he get a new wig.
That's not a comb over. He just has thinning hair.
Man, he need to get thicker hair. All that money you're gonna be making a year to coach a mediocre ass football team.
You want to go? Hey man, that hair's thick.
I would prefer.
Okay. Man, that was real easy for you to take that bait, wasn't it?
Good way to end the hour.
Well, one other thing. Actually, you know what? I'll save it for shout-outs.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll save
Now
it
I
for
know.
shout-outs.
I know where we stand. It's We Are Live. We'll take a quick break. Check out the Midcoast YouTube channel and subscribe if you haven't yet. I don't know what's happening here. And be sure to come to Happiest Hour tonight, 6 o'clock start. Get
Might
your
call the
food.
police again.
Get your food from Buzz's Hawaiian Grill. Come out, enjoy specials, and come meet Monitor, the dog from Young Professionals Gateway Pet Guardians. Quick break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. We are live. Chris Tim and Travis Farrell at the Midcoast Studio. Check out midcoast.media for more information. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit share, damn it, if you're watching on Facebook. If you missed last hour, you can go back and podcast it anywhere you get podcasts. Oh, wow. Was Travis making a face? Oh, man. Sometimes I worry. We've got comedy tonight at Sophie's and Gastropit. Both are going to be a fun time, but you know what? I'm a little bit... Are you going to wear a sweater tonight?
I am going to wear. I think, you know what? Considering I haven't shaved in a while, I'm just going to come bare-chested. That's a sweater.
That's a Christmas sweater if I've ever
sweater
seen
for your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we could.
Will you really?
I ain't taking my damn shirt off, man.
Maybe we could.
Like, you need to do 5 minutes up top.
I don't like taking my shirt off in the shower as it is.
I know.
Maybe we could. We could shave or trim one into your
Put
chest
a tree.
hair.
Oh, I could, couldn't I?
Yeah.
That's a thought. That's not bad. Not a bad idea. I like the way you think, Gardner.
Well, I'm just trying to help you out here. Just trying to make do with what we got on a budget.
Can I ask you guys a quick question? How do
No,
you...
what if I say no?
well, I'm going to ask anyway.
That's what I
think
figured.
it
So
helps.
why are you asking me
I was
that?
just being considerate.
Okay, thanks. And then if I said no, you were just going to ask anyway, so that's still considerate?
Do you guys like your... You're an ass. Do you guys like your beef well done? Medium? Because there's some beef that's pretty raw.
Stop it.
Right.
I was rehearsing it during the break.
Were you?
Because I was like, hey, you guys can ask questions. Oh, yeah, I like my beef. I like it medium. I like it medium rare. I was like, well, we got one that's pretty raw.
Okay. Well, you didn't allow us to answer the question,
Sorry,
number
my
one.
bad, guys. I apologize.
So your setup was
All
a
right,
disaster.
let's try this again. Hey, guys. How do you like your beef?
Like medium.
Yeah, Chris?
Typically medium rare.
Oh, it ain't bad. Because there's one that's raw between Eminem and Nick Cannon.
Okay, there we go.
Whew. Nick Cannon, Eminem. We talked about it briefly yesterday. Apparently there is a thing going on between these two. And I probably decided to cheer for the wrong guy too early.
Yesterday, Travis stood up for Nick Cannon. So tell us what's going on.
Well, first of all, Nick Cannon has had some medical complications over the years. So maybe using the hashtag rest in peace Nick Cannon wasn't the best move. He's had some serious health complications over the last few years.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah, I saw the hashtag because I had to text my Urbans about it.
Uh-huh.
You checked in with the black delegation.
I did. And they was like, oh, it's just a hashtag for rest in peace Nick Cannon. I was like, dear Lord, the man has terrible medical history. He's been hospitalized seriously before.
Yeah.
Oh, should we have used rest in peace Nick Cannon?
That's fair.
And I think they decided, you know what, Travis, maybe you should return to Twitter. You could inform people about that. I was like, well, you know what? Too scared.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, Eminem apparently has made comments in the past about Nick Cannon's ex-wife, Mariah Carey. I guess they even made comments. He made comments about the two, about her while they were together. And I guess in response to his latest diss track, I guess Eminem and Fat Joe. You remember Fat Joe? Lean Back, huh? He did a track. He featured on a Fat Joe album, single, a record. Eminem dropped some diss bars on Mariah Carey again. Nick Cannon says, "Nah, not my baby's mama," and he decided to then drop his own diss track, where we now understand why there's a huge issue. Gardner and I took the time yesterday to listen to said diss track.
How'd it go?
It was very, very, very embarrassing for everyone involved in this particular project. Like this, like secondhand embarrassment. I don't know about you, but I am. Woo! That's why it's sometimes hard for me to watch certain people's sets, because the secondhand embarrassment gets kind of uncomfortable for
You
your
get
boy.
anxiety for him.
Listening, watching the video, like secondhand embarrassment to the nth power.
He brought in some other rappers to help him out.
Which is also a no-no in a rap beef. You don't bring in other rappers. That's your beef. Why are you bringing in? You don't.
Because it says you can't handle it yourself.
That's right. That's not a good look for the mogul. If you're gonna do it, man, go all the way and do it right. And
I'm learning about this. I don't know about these.
And then Nick Cannon just had some diss track. One diss, Chris. Nick Cannon, and I think this is where he officially lost me, and probably lost anybody that maybe was a fan. He dissed Eminem for raising another man's child?
Yeah.
Eminem, I know I'm going to mess up
that's
the family dynamic here, but I believe he took in one of the kids that was a cousin of his. Anyway, it was a situation where the kid was just not in a good situation, and Eminem had the opportunity to take care of him.
And he dissed him for that.
And he dissed Eminem
That's admirable.
for stepping up and being a positive male role model in this child's life.
Gotcha.
That'll show your ass. You
Bodied.
look responsible father figure ass.
Having
ass. So that was a bad look.
Oh.
And it was. Here's my issue with all of this. Because I don't want to be the back in my day guy, but I just feel like
Yeah, you are
Eminem,
there.
Nick Cannon are very successful individuals, successful artists. They've had a great run. Both of them have. Nick Cannon, as an executive, is nothing short of a genius. The guy used to be an executive for Nickelodeon, and he knows the business. He's been a part of the business his almost entire life. His kid's godmother is Patti LaBelle. Like, this guy knows the industry. The industry loves Nick Cannon. Eminem, very respected rapper. Whites think he's Elvis. Blacks think he cool. But nevertheless, we recognize that he's been a giant. He's had moments in hip hop that you can't ignore. So they've had successful runs. So it's very weird for these guys at this point in their life. Eminem's daughter is like 23 now. He's damn near 50. Nick Cannon has twins. You freaking host The Masked Singer. Like, these guys have moved on past this life. They're no longer the guys they used to be in hip hop. So to see them jump back into this and there be a quote unquote beef, it's like somebody inside your dream team beefing with another dream teamer.
Uh-huh.
Like, you're like, you guys are too much is going well in your life for you to give a shit about diss tracks. You're too old for this shit. That's what it really comes down to. They're too old for this shit.
Well, and my understanding was that Eminem had the last word some years ago, right?
Yeah.
So it's been at least 5 years, maybe more.
Right.
And I didn't know this, that even Mariah Carey got involved at one point and had a diss track on
did.
Eminem
It's a
in one
very
of
good
her
diss
songs.
track. It was a
This
good
I
diss
found
track.
this out of my research of what was going on. And
It was a good one, too. It was good. It went, like, literally to the top of the charts. That's how talented Mariah Carey.
and then Eminem responded, and no one else responded.
That
and
was
we
it.
thought it
No
was
one
done.
said it was done in that.
We thought it was done.
So why do you think Eminem is bringing this back up?
Eminem.
How did Eminem?
Eminem did the diss track first. Eminem is the one who took shots at Mariah Carey, hence why Nick Cannon created a diss track.
On the Fat Joe thing.
Yeah, on the Fat Joe thing. So my thing
Okay.
is, why was
Okay.
Eminem, after you just alluded to that long period of silence, issue being dead?
Maybe he's bored.
But I think that's what Nick Cannon. Now, Nick Cannon could have outlined that. He didn't need to do it in musical form. Because Nick Cannon, while again very successful, talented comedian, executive, battle rapping ain't his thing. Hence why he had other battle rappers on the track.
Which is why, do we call this a rap beef or not? Number one,
I'm not calling it a beef only because the only way it becomes a beef if Eminem responds to Nick Cannon. Because
Tweeted to him.
he tweeted at him, but that's
Or
not.
did he tag him in that?
I don't know if he did.
He just called him Nicholas.
It's just they're too old and they're too successful and they're too rich to really give a shit about diss tracks. It just, you grown men with grown daughters, grown children, like people. No, this ain't what people were asking for, and they're better than this. Eminem, go make an album. There's plenty of people who I'm sure will be out there first day buying whatever you got. Nick Cannon, focus on the 25 amazing executive television projects that you own and run, and the millions of dollars and the hundreds of people that you employ. You're too grown for this. This is very weird. This is a very weird beef.
Well, and a video I watched that kind of explained some of this to me. It was about 10 minutes long. Used some of Nick Cannon's words against him.
Yeah, he did. Nick Cannon.
Because Nick Cannon in this diss track, I can't remember the name of the song. Apparently, there's a couple songs now too that he's done with diss tracks.
Right.
But the original one, he calls him Elvis Pusley.
Well,
And then they flash
okay.
back to Nick Cannon calling
boy.
Eminem a top 5 rapper of all time, calling him Elvis Presley on crack. So he's, spoken fondly of Why did I just sound like Christopher Walken? It must have been fun, Leo. Of Eminem in the past, and now comes out with this. And it seems a little unoriginal, too, when you have some words like that can easily be searched, obviously, to see what you've said about this person in the past.
And this, look, I think Nick Cannon's within his right to defend
And you
himself.
can't have any other rappers involved.
You can't have other rappers involved. That just looks very, very weird, especially when you drop the weakest bars of them all. Nick Cannon has every right to defend his ex-wife and his children's mother. That's fine. And I think Eminem doing it for clout or doing it for recognition is kind of weak. And Nick Cannon has the forum, plenty of forums. I just think if of all the avenues he could have chosen, he chose the worst one. He would have been better off just going on the radio show, The Breakfast Club, and just simply said, "Hey man, Eminem."
Is that where the culture is?
That's where the
Breakfast
culture
Club?
is. Yeah, because yesterday Corey,
Do I have a culture?
you're getting there.
But like, can I say, for me, can I say I'm doing it for the culture?
Well, it depends on what culture you're planning on representing. Who are you representing?
But that's what I'm saying.
Now,
What's
if-
my culture?
Like if you like what you do, like you do the crystals. The crystals are for your culture.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or
You-
if I'm doing something for bullpen cards, I could say I'm doing it for the
that's
culture.
for the culture.
Okay.
That's for the culture.
Because there's not just one
Ugly
culture.
sweater parties
Yeah.
for the culture.
6 o'clock tonight, Sophie.
Nice.
Well, I don't know. It's just weird because I have a real admiration of Nick Cannon because he's the guy. Say what you will about him talent wise as far as music. The guy is, and this is just from other people just throughout the industry have spoken up. This guy knows what the hell he's doing when it comes to creating shows. He's made a living, of course, being an amazing host, doing American Got Talent. Now he's doing The Masked Singer. The guy knows the business, been a part of it forever since he was a kid. And you know what it's like. Well, you don't know specifically, but we've heard stories about child actors and what they have to endure. So for him to go through all that as a kid, do it in a way where he comes out relatively normal and successful, you kind of tip your cap to
Probably
him.
want to do it if you're going to do this, do it in a form that's advantageous to you.
Yes, that's what that's where I'm confused because Nick Cannon is
This
so much
is not
smart.
the
This is not the
forum
forum.
for- yeah.
This isn't you're going like that's Eminem's court. That's what he does. That's Eminem did 8 Mile. We were there. We saw it. We went to
Yeah.
the theater. This is what he does. This is how he became Eminem. This is how, in fact, if Eminem wasn't a battle rapper or didn't have battle rapping in his background, he's probably not as successful as he is today. In order for him to be Eminem, he's had to go through the fire of battle rapping. And so he's forged in it. He is fucking Bane. He was born in the darkness.
Eminem's white. Can he do things for the culture?
He can. He just chooses
Yeah,
not
it's
to.
called D12.
Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah.
I was
But no, it's
thinking
just
about
weird.
this.
It's just weird, and I even think it's still weird that Eminem is doing rap battles. Like Eminem, like just release singles, and like if you're gonna beef with somebody, beef with somebody.
But what
beef
if this
with
is
Drake?
how the creative juices get flowing?
How about beef with somebody you want to fight in your weight class?
Okay.
Fight in your
Yeah.
weight. Mariah Carey's not in your weight class, man. Fight Drake. Fight Kanye. Fight 50.
And why you got to do this to Mariah when you know this is her time of year?
This is her time of year. Someone did say that Eminem's gonna respond over All I Want for Christmas.
Oh, maybe he set it up. Oh, this is meta.
This would be dope if he did
If
it.
he responds with that,
And he'd
he
have that
has
as the
set it
instrumental.
up.
Look, I tell you what, Eminem.
then you have to give it to him. Then
If he did an instrumental freestyle diss on the All I Want for Christmas instrumental, oh shit, son.
that's how you play it.
Woo!
That's
I'm into rap beefs now.
That's
That
I
sounds great.
actually was listening to someone take that song and they had laid over Radiohead's "Creep" to it. Oh my god,
Oh my.
it's funny because like the way it fits sound and rhythm and everything, it could work.
Here's a quick
But
question.
no,
for you.
that's how you do it though.
Here's a quick question then for you guys. Who, if you had to choose a beef, a rap beef, someone that you would challenge in a rap beef,
I don't-
who would you choose as your opponent? Who's the person you want to take down a peg via rap beef?
Young MC.
Okay. Wow.
What's your problem with Young MC?
What did Young MC ever do to
I
you?
don't know. I'm just trying to think of rappers. I know.
Okay. But you believe you would have a shot at beefing with one Young MC and providing a rap diss track?
Maybe.
Out of respect, I take down Jason Segel.
I like that.
I'm a fan of his.
Listen here, tall white boy. Sit your ass down.
Who are you trying to be? Me?
Oh, I don't have to pick a rapper to beef
You can
with?
pick anybody, yeah. You can pick anyone to have a
thought
beef with.
Bless you. We've
No,
had
no, I
two
was
sneezes
curious.
now.
Like, man, like Gardner's got balls. He's going right after a real MC.
No, I thought I had to pick a rapper.
No, you don't have to pick a rapper. Anybody in the world in your current life.
I'm
Dressed
going.
in
At
yellow,
Rosie's?
she
You're going
said,
with Joe-
"Hello,
you're going-
I'm dressed in red. Now you're dead.
You're going with Joe Edwards,
Bang.
aren't you?
I think it's probably Callie the Bear at the zoo, right? You have issues with this
What
kind.
if I try to do a rap beef with Josh Hawley?
There you go. Can I do a?
There it is.
Can I do a rap beef with?
Yes, I like that.
Yeah, with let's see, Big Sugar. For all the
Yeah,
for
you're
all the
getting in
trouble
my
it's causing.
bloodstream. It's
Yeah.
turning curdle. I don't like that. Turning me into a turtle.
What?
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, well,
You
you'll be
are-
rap beefing with no one.
Yeah,
Oh,
my
Jesus.
God, you should
Yeah.
sit this one.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're
Hey.
that's like Stanley playing basketball in the office.
That was
Very disappointing.
that did not go to plan
No,
at all.
that
No.
was, yeah.
That was not what we were expecting
That was
at all.
not for the culture. Yeah,
that was bad.
You are setting the culture
I
back.
did set the culture back with that one.
I was thinking about it. I'd like to see beefs in other genres of music.
Yes.
And I'm trying to come up with a poll question for this. I haven't quite got there yet. But like, can you imagine like take a beef out of rap, put it in like jazz music, and I got one. I think that would be awesome because it would feature former Tonight Show band leaders, and they're both jazz musicians. So you could have like, what if there's like a beef between Kevin Eubanks and Branford Marsalis,
Oh wow, yeah, that'd be vicious.
or like Michael McDonald and Christopher Cross.
What about
So different genres and different beefs. So I'm trying to think of the four that I would like to see.
what about Questlove and Dickie from the Boss Tones from Kimmel and Fallon?
That's funny. That's pretty funny. That's pretty freaking funny.
Questlove takes him down a peg for
Yeah.
Knock on Wood.
Technically, we could still include Doc Severinsen,
Okay.
former Tonight Show band leader as well.
Yeah.
Doc is here. Doc is not here. I was also thinking the original music beef. Mozart and Salieri, is that the one? Is that the original one? Just because I think of the movie Amadeus.
I guess so.
I think the brilliant thing about that, and the brilliant thing about just going through moments in time about beefs, like if we did those videos, because that's similar videos like that online on YouTube, man, those things get so many views.
Can you imagine like
We got to do one. We got to do one of
Like
those
a-
with Amadeus.
like a beef? Yeah. Like how do they do it with classical music? How do you do a diss track with classical music? Like, do you steal the other's like note progression?
Oh no, man! But that
Or-
shit used to get real back in the day because, like, everybody talks about like, oh man, this music really promotes a certain thing. You don't understand, man? Back in the day, guys like Mozart, they were stealing bitches. They
Mm-hmm.
were still. They would go up to your girl and be like, man, look, watch this. Do some shit with the violin, boom, boom, steal your bitch.
do.
And them motherfuckers walked around with makeup and wigs on.
We should get the. We should get the
Your
direct,
wig doesn't even look powdered.
Should we get the director of the St. Louis Symphony to come in and help us break it down?
Explain
We
them.
could. Let's do that. We should bring people in their fields and get them to discuss the beef, the rivalry between. Yeah, so bring him in. We'll bring in the director of the St. Louis Zoo. We'll talk about, man, sea lions and seals. Let's talk about that. There's got to be a beef going on there. Like we will do that. That will be our shtick.
And what about between if you brought in like a cattle farmer?
Who would he go against?
No, there's
Oh,
cows, beef.
I like
each
what you
other.
did there.
Uh,
Get the Crips and Bloods in here. Hey, man, let's talk about this.
Birch
well,
says-
that happened to me once in jail.
Oh, Jesus.
Rules
Bert-
are different there, which is interesting.
Yeah, it's Birch
Definitely
says
jail rules.
Yeah.
country music has beef. They do they have beefs or call out terrorists in their songs. That's who they battle with. Country music. Do they do that? Like, you won't do that to the U.S. of A.
It sounds like a Toby Keith song.
Mhm.
So who do we get Toby Keith to beef with someone? Toby Keith and Jason Isbell?
Oh, like a real artist and a propped up artist. Okay, gotcha.
I was wrong. Nick Cannon was the chairman of Teen Nick for Nickelodeon and the chief developer and creative consultant for the network since 2009. What a stunning career this guy. You're too grown for this, man. Rap beefs, man, they just seem so.
It's not that you're too grown. It's just you're not good enough to go into this venue and try
Yes,
it.
that's also true.
You got to be smart enough to take it into your court.
That's true. Rap beef, though, I think
Why? Like doesn't he have a show that he could just do it on?
he used to be a radio host show in New York, but he
Or a
has tons
television
of platforms.
show. Well, what's the television show?
Wild and Out.
Okay. Because I saw something on there where they showed an old clip of Mac Miller on there, and he made a mention of Eminem because he was going back at Nick Cannon for something, and I'm paraphrasing, but basically saying, "I ain't got to say shit. Eminem's already done it," and then that kind of left, and then Nick
That's
Cannon's
hilarious.
biting his lip like, "Oh."
That's pretty funny.
So like there, you have that forum already to do that. So I mean, that's where you're most comfortable.
Yeah, and I think,
And
like I
then you
said,
don't involve others. You don't
Yeah.
look weak.
and it is weird. I'm not gonna lie. All due respect, Eminem.
I'll tell you what. I
Can-
enjoyed
le-
looking into this though.
Leave Mariah Carey alone. She's a lovely woman, and as Gardner has pointed out, this is her time of year, and we are ready to hear that damn song another 25,000 times.
Mm-hmm.
So please don't ruin it for us.
I hope he responds over that track now. I really do.
It was a bad distro. Oh boy.
I think the tweet maybe already did it.
Yeah.
Did you understand that he
Yeah,
said his
but-
Gardner's jealous? What did that have to do with?
I don't know.
Was he talking about you?
I don't think I'm jealous
Okay.
of Nick Cannon. Plus my name's not spelled that way.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe if it was more informal, or I was trying to be trendy and hip, I would
Right.
spell it that
You
way.
do it that way.
Yeah.
Okay. So Travis has officially recanted his support for Nick Cannon in the beef.
Yeah, I didn't have all the information,
Oh,
Oh, that's
and
who would have
Shocker.
ever thought.
now that we've had an opportunity to investigate a little bit further, we will be removing our support. However,
we support no one. Is
we
what we're
support no one in this instance because it has come to our
saying?
attention.
Or do you
that
just say you support Mariah Carey?
I support Mariah Carey. Because
There.
I support women. Her fine ass.
All
At
right.
least you know her name.
Today I do.
Yeah, previously you.
It was a mistake. I got caught up in a
Two
moment.
times you've done this.
How about I make up for it? Can I make up for it?
Uh-huh.
Well, this young lady is a hero of mine because she is taking it to the man. Maybe you've heard of her. You may now refer to her as Time's Person of the Year.
Oh.
Yes. Young lady by the name of Greta Thunberg
Uh-huh.
is now your Time Person of the Year. You know, Greta has been going around this country telling some of the bigger emitters, like you, America, get your shit together because you're ruining our future. And it's not cool. She's been on the front lines of climate change, and look at her now. The power of youth! It's Greta Thunberg. Leading a generation to clean up our world.
Oh. You sold that nicely.
Thank you. And of course, the President of the United States had a fucking problem with her. Who tweets at a child, man? Yo boy tweets at a child. But you know what? It's not about him right now. It's about Greta and the work that she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Look, there was apparently, we kind of crossed the threshold yesterday.
Do you think you're an emitter?
I think that this country is an emitter, a major emitter.
Like how much hot air or gas do you let out per day? She might have an issue with you.
Mm-hmm. Careful now.
Just saying.
She's coming for you.
Look, what Greta is doing,
Mm-hmm.
you guys just don't understand, man. You just don't understand. She's bringing awareness to all you asses out there who don't want to do anything about climate change. Get off your ass, save the future. That's what she says. She's not here to be nice.
Okay.
She's here to
Well,
let you adults know it won't be a world for us little ones.
Okay.
Why are you yelling at me?
I don't know. I feel like you look like the man. If the man had a face, you kind of got the man face.
I take public transportation. I have a
Mhm.
scooter.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Mm-hmm. That screams powerful executive.
I mean, I tried to educate myself on this. I've just finished a book about climate change. So what have you done?
I
Got an oil change?
He saw an Apple News headline.
Mm-hmm.
I recycle every day in this office.
Uh-huh.
I don't put coffee grounds in the recycle bin
Okay.
because I'm here to save the earth.
Oh, you are?
I am. Sorry, I recycle. Excuse me. I want to live. Some of you, I don't want to live to 103.
Well, if you were to educate yourself, you would realize that that's nice. That's nice that you're doing something simple on a daily basis, but that's really not the biggest problem now, is it?
No, that's not specifically the biggest problem. She
So
drew
maybe we
worldwide.
need to focus on that.
Yeah, that's true. She drew worldwide notice for her fiery speech at the UN Climate Action Summit in September after she sailed from England to New York
How dare you!
at a solar-powered boat for the conference instead of flying because it's harmful to the environment. This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in
Looks like a nice
school
boat.
on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? Ooh, okay,
Yeah.
baby girl.
was
You have
good.
stolen my dreams. You have stolen my childhood with empty words. And yet I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction. And all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?
It was good.
And she's right.
It doesn't get across to all people, though, is what I would say. Because I saw one person in particular caught my eye yesterday. The Drive Time host on KMOX, Mark Reardon, who quote tweeted the Time tweet and saying, "What a joke, I actually feel sorry for the kid. She's delusional," which I find hilarious because the delusional one actually is Mark Reardon, who thinks he's a reasonable person when it comes to climate change. But if you read what he has written via Twitter, social media, or have listened to him, he clearly is not reasonable and has no grasp of how the science works, how actual scientific method works itself, and somehow feels that it's like, I've seen him tweet things like, oh, they took down a sign in, this state park or national park that was warning of this thing happening. So, now it's not happening if they take down. Attack the science if you're going to do it. Don't distract yourself with these other
Right.
things. But you can't because you're not smart enough
Right.
to understand it or grasp it and how the process works.
Is it even
so
a
it's
matter
people
of...
like that then have a platform
Right.
to put out information that maybe they should, instead of giving their opinion, which is obviously misinformed
Right.
and not dealing in fact, maybe they should have a climate scientist on their show, a legit climate scientist, to challenge them.
And
But, that doesn't fit your agenda then now, does it?
I've said it before, and obviously most people are very well aware of my political proclivities. But I think we saw an example of why, if you are a progressive or a Democrat, you hit this issue home in 2020, just simply based on this president's response. This is what he said, of course, to Time Magazine selecting Greta Thunberg as the Person of the Year. So ridiculous. Greta must work on her anger management problem, then go to a good old-fashioned movie with a friend. Chill, Greta, chill. That's all he has. First off, I mean, I don't know, we can talk about policy till we're blue in the face, but that's not leadership.
Sit down.
It's such a weak, fickle, pussy response to a serious issue that's truly affecting millions, soon to be billions of people. Mm-hmm. So that's the best the guy you're running up against in 2020 can do. He can say that she has an anger management problem. That's what I'm talking about as far as taking control of the narrative. Lead on the issue. There's no need to sit up here. You've said it before. There's no need to get into the minutia of the politics. Talk about the science and talk about it till you're blue in the face.
Well, it just doesn't make sense to me when people attach. Well, I guess it does make sense in a way, but like when you're wanting to learn about a topic, why would I seek out a politician's
Right.
opinion
Right.
on a science? Like, why would I do that? Why wouldn't I go to a scientist and see what they have to say? See what the debate was in, if there is a debate, within that community, not politicians, who obviously, a lot of them have no grasp of what's going on. So it just doesn't make sense. Or, it's like,
But
if I want to know about history of something, I'll go see what a historian has to say or read something else to add context to what that person is saying. Like, seek out where the information is Why are you going to the people that don't have that information or understand it?
But
That's what I don't get.
But I think we're also at the point where I don't think it's even about specifically that anymore. I don't think it's even about educating yourself anymore. I think we know the information. We know where it is. We know how to obtain it. We are very well aware of what we're currently doing to our environment. So the idea that we're debating it, it's pretty silly because
It is silly.
people know. You know at this point. There's no need for us to have another UN climate change conference. There's no need for us to continue to debate this in deep detail in 2020. So my thing at this point, it's with everything else. It is, all right, well, who are the people who are essentially funding these candidates to say the things that we keep hearing out of their mouth?
Yeah.
Well, it's the people who, of course, benefit by keeping the current status quo.
Yeah.
And, of course, keeping the climate the way that it is because, as Greta has pointed out, it's more money in their pockets at the end of the day. So when you hear people who are debating against climate change, just know it's not even about a discussion or a dialogue anymore. It's about how long can I continue to drag my feet for whatever Senate or House of Representative term I can fill out.
How long can I ignore reality?
There we go. And to the benefit, to my own personal benefit. So it's not I'm
That's
just going to ignore
why-
it because I don't want to talk about it. I want to ignore it because the people who are writing my checks are telling me to ignore it.
Well, that's why, like, I dismiss, like, pro or whatever. Like, if you're on the side of what I believe, if you're a politician, it still really doesn't matter what you tell me. Are you going to act?
Right.
Like, the people that I
Right.
want to tell me are scientists.
Right.
They're the people that have the information and have
And the
studied
scientists
it.
have been clear for almost 3 decades that this is happening. So there's no need for us to let's figure out legislatively how we can make this work. Anybody who's sitting up here who is, well, you
You're
know,
dragging your feet. You're not helping,
Yeah.
and I have no use for you.
when you're saying to someone in a conversation about climate change that the individual across from you has a anger management problem, then it's very clear to me that you're not here to discuss how to fix the problem. It's clear to me that you're not going to do it. So why do I would continue if I'm whoever the nominee is for the Democrats, I would spend at least a month forcing Donald Trump, not the Republicans, Donald Trump, to give us his answers on climate change. It's that simple. If your
Well,
guy
he doesn't believe it.
if you're a
so-
supporter, have your guy, one way or the other, say what he thinks of climate change. Let him speak on that issue. And if you are a supporter, you're unwilling to call him out on it, then that's just,
Well, we already know it.
no, that's very true. You hear me, Chris?
Jamie Moyer's Fancy Foyer hears you and says you're killing it and actually making sense.
Oh, that's
He
creepy.
loves it.
That's creepy. No, and that's all.
And what movie does Trump want Greta to see? The Joker, Star Wars, Richard Jewell.
Well, I'll go to Richard Jewell. I think I'm going to see it still.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna check it out too. I also shout out to the business person of the year selected by Time, an individual that if he's listening to the show or he's seen my script or would like to hear some of my future film ideas, Bob Iger, chairman of Disney.
Oh.
So congratulations to him on becoming business person of the year. Just saying that if you'd like to listen to the show, you can please go to our
Look-
content on YouTube, Midcoast Media. Check it out.
I wish
YouTube, Midcoast Media.
that Chris Gardner fellow would win that one year. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Be funny.
That would be pretty good.
I was checking in on him the other day.
How's he doing?
I just every once in a while I get a random. Oh, let me see how he's doing some speeches apparently around the nation. So I like to check on him.
I would imagine I would imagine that's probably how he makes his living these days, right?
I should interview him someday.
That's the play, man. The play is to
How do I become a successful Chris Gardner?
how do you
That's my angle with him. What if I email him and pitch that idea? Hey, we do this. I want to see how to become like you.
Right.
How do I do that? How do I become more successful, Chris Gardner?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, you have that namesake, and I share the initials with a young man who's rest in peace.
Nick Cannon?
No,
Oh.
the great Christopher J. Davis, multimedia journalist,
Oh.
currently with
Although we
KSDK,
go
St.
to
Louis,
the
announced yesterday.
end of the road,
This guy,
still I
our redheaded
can't
wonder.
let go.
He made it through all the blues
It's
coverage.
So natural. You belong to me.
Didn't even
I
get a beer dumped on him by a guy from Festus.
belong to you. Look at that.
Chris
beautiful-
Davis announcing yesterday he has accepted a position with his hometown news station, Nashville, or close to home, I should say. He's moving to Nashville, kids. He's already invited us down. Says bring the show on the road. That's a dream come true, right?
Yeah, you know
Saw
what?
a lot of people congratulating him. I personally congratulated him and then dotted it and cussed him out.
I
So
didn't
it's,
know what
Smart
to
play,
say yet.
Smart play.
This is emotional for me. We've had him in 3 times
We
now.
anointed him.
We
He's the
did.
guy.
Yeah.
He is the guy.
And we've had a lot of. He's truly a friend of the show.
He is.
He's been in 3 times, I believe. We've had fun each and every time.
He even acknowledged us in public outside of the show,
Yeah.
which was like, oh, shoot, we must be really cool because he said hello to me and we weren't even inside the studio.
And I've seen his work now since he's been in St. Louis, and I think I've even said to you guys, it's just a matter of time. Not because it's like greener pasture, but look, I mean, has been a rising city now for a number of years, and Chris is from that area. I was like, he's gonna end up end up in Nashville. It's just going to happen. He's very good at what he does. And that's why I wanted to cherish the time we had while we had it. And this day was going to come, and so we have a little bit of time left, and we should try and cherish that still. He was with us. He started with us with the story of the year, with
Is
Greitens.
that what brought him in? Yeah.
We had all that going. He's leaving us during the Loop Trolley fiasco.
Mm-hmm. What shall we do?
He's covered a lot since he's been here.
He's been such a, I love.
He just won the award within KSDK's newsroom for storytelling.
That's awesome.
And he deserves stuff like that. And
Absolutely.
there's been a lot thrown his way.
Yeah.
And he has spoken fondly of the city.
Yes,
He's
he has.
embraced the city.
Yes,
The
he
city's
has.
embraced him.
Yes.
And that's good to see.
It is, and that's why it's kind of bittersweet because to Chris's point, like that is a dream come true to be able to
Yeah.
grow up. The guy watches the news in Nashville, knows what that means to that city, to his community. Then he goes off, puts in the work, makes the necessary relationships that he needs.
That's
to
where
make
he
in order to be
interned. You
successful.
saw
Yeah.
if you see
Yeah.
his note, that's where he interned to get things started.
And I think that's kind of like when that's your dream job, and
family is important to him.
absolutely, and that's
And
even
if you see the pictures he posts of
Him
him
and
and
his
his
siblings,
dad
uh-huh.
and his
sister.
Yeah, and just so he'll have the family there. So I mean, I understand that. It's just
yeah. It's,
I wanted a little bit more time with
we
him.
knew it was either going to be just a matter of a situation like that coming about in Nashville, or that because he was doing such an amazing job here in St. Louis that another market was going to naturally pick him up. And that's the thing about St. Louis. You have these people who are incredibly talented who come into the media market. They do great work. They really embed themselves in the community, which is a credit to them. And then because they are so talented and because they're so really damn good at their job, they're naturally going to have to move on. That's just the way the business works. And so it is bittersweet. Like I'm very happy for him, very sad for him to go because he was a true delight. He's such a
Rest
a
in
great,
peace.
a great. Well, hold on. Bring it back. Oh, his too. Oh, sorry, I almost hit the
What
mic.
is with you? You
I'm just
accidentally are hitting
I don't
microphones
know.
all
it's just-
over the place.
Well, Chris, it's kind of big, so it's everywhere. Know what I mean? Pound it. No, but yeah, we're gonna miss Chris. Chris Davis. No? Okay.
Yeah, we are.
No, super big congratulations.
He's gonna have a really cool
It'd be
gar-
fun to have him back in.
You gonna have a going away party? You think?
I mean, Gardner will probably be invited to it.
I think we'll go. I think we'll be invited.
I think we're gonna have to. We're cool. Let's crash it.
Oh, let's go. Let's do it.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
have
sure there'll
to
be
have
something.
him in one more time before he leaves. Like in
Who do we
January.
nominate to take his place for a local news person? Tracy Henson?
We got a lot of. I mean,
Get Charlie Marlowe back in here more?
we could.
Do we reach out to John Perdsborn at a certain
We
point?
gotta
There's
get
a
John.
number of
Do we
people.
make
got-
Rennie Knott our guy?
We get Percy.
Rennie. We should.
Alexis Zotos is always fun.
Alexis is fantastic. She was tweeting about the Shoto Greenway last night
Mm.
and the possibilities of what that might look like. And that's like, oh man,
Yeah.
I might
that's
be
gonna
able
get
to
your
just
points.
take a nice little path, if it's scooter friendly, from like the West End all the way to the riverfront one day.
You show up to the meetings,
Oh.
you're like, yeah, put it in the scooter bag.
Yeah. Scooter friendly?
Mhm.
Yeah, that guy's right.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Because you know that's going to happen. So yeah, most certainly. We could. I have to get Casey Nolan back in too.
Need to make that
You know
happen.
what? I think also an interesting story to tell is because you see on social media, Chris's coworkers joking about his bromance with his coworker Brandon Morano, who served in Afghanistan recently, has left for months at a time
Oh wow.
to fulfill military duties. I think that's an interesting story. So maybe we get.
Oh, that is fascinating. I would love to hear more
I
about that.
wonder if we could get both of them in at the same time. Maybe that's how we do a little going away thing.
Oh, that would be cool. I'd be game for that.
So maybe that's something we look into.
Okay. Okay.
Because that could be fun, and it could get emotional. We could maybe some tears will be shed
Yeah.
from all of us, and that's the way to do it.
Now, what type of multi-million-dollar deal do you think the folks in Nashville offered to our good friend Chris?
Don't know.
Do you think it's
Wouldn't
He's got a no trade clause, I'm sure.
Does
okay, yeah. Get that locked in.
no,
Yeah.
maybe he's got a large extension, 7 years,
Uh-huh.
$245 million. That ain't bad for
Uh-uh.
a little bit of work. Well, that's what Anthony Rendon's going to be doing
Oh.
for the Anaheim Angels.
Oh.
Anthony Rendon signing a 7-year, $245 million deal last night.
Scott Boras closing in on $1 billion.
Yeah.
Jesus.
With 3 players.
I think we all saw this coming. Look, Scott Boras, say what you will, he saw the writings on the wall. That's why he's been kicking up. That's why he was throwing a bit of a fit a year ago. Like, hey, I ain't stupid. I know your numbers. And I think, look, at the end of the day, you want to know your enemy. Scott Boras knows Major League Baseball. He knows the owners. He knows their revenue streams. He knows the money. And Scott Boras is going to work. Good God. So what? So they're going to have Mike Trout, which I think he's going to be making around $34 million a year, 36 for Rendon. I think Albert is around 25 to 27 currently. Man, that's a lot of contract. That Albert contract, I just really, really wonder how much of a pain in the ass for them to write that check these days.
Well, then, I mean, he's going to be around the ballpark for the rest of He's
Yeah.
a professional services deal after it's done, too.
Now, here's the thing I was thinking about, and I'll get to Rendon's contract here in a second because good for him. You know, I like when I see my brothers get taken care of in baseball. Anthony Rendon, he looks kind of like me.
What?
Yeah.
He's got like a... What?
Anthony Rendon, look at him. He ain't one of y'all.
If it was Anthony Rendon,
It's Tony, man.
that goteee would not
It's
be...
Tony Rendon.
Kurt Suzuki situation all over again.
Here we go.
So he'll join the lineup, of course, with Mike Trout. Artie Moreno, of course, we all know, likes to dish out a lot of bread. I guess this is the consolation prize. They also were in on the Garrett Cole sweepstakes.
Yeah, Garrett Cole's from Los Angeles, well, just north of Anaheim, and the Yankees wooed him.
He also said, I think from what I understood, Garrett said, despite that, though, he grew up a Yankees fan. So I think they said that's one of the bigger reasons. He was a big fan also of
I'd say
Andy Pettit.
it's the money. Yeah.
Well, and yeah, certainly $36 million a year to play in New York is that'll usually get the job done. Yeah,
Not
so
bad.
Rendon will be $35 million a year. Albert's currently, yeah, they say around $27 million this upcoming season.
My gosh.
And Trout 35.5. And you still have to contend with the Astros and the A's in that division. Good luck. Good for Anthony Rendon. I'm all about the players getting paid. Shout out to Scott Boras for getting these guys money because he knows there is money in the sport, and he's making sure these guys get it.
Now,
Simple as that. Make sure these guys finally get paid. Well, not finally get paid. Baseball players are always getting paid, but they're getting what they truly deserve.
Now, what happens? Because last year, obviously, the Nationals did just fine. They went out and got Patrick Corbin. They didn't sign Bryce Harper back.
Right.
They've re-signed Strasburg.
Right.
But they were players for Rendon. They put out the offers. So does that make them now? Are they going to go make 3 counter moves that are going to make them even stronger losing Rendon? They going to go sign Josh Donaldson? What are they going to do?
I don't know if they would go that route. Look, sometimes when I look at the Nationals payroll, I guess some would say it's almost similar to how the Cardinals operate their payroll. Like they're willing to go big on
I mean,
a player.
You've got 300 or 400 million and 2 pitchers.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the Nats do. I think the
shoot,
Nats.
over 503 pitchers.
Well, you guys, but I mean, you got Strasburg and you got Strasburg and Scherzer locked up, and Corbin locked up for the next 3 seasons at least. So that's a nice rotation to work with if you're the Nationals. So Anthony Rendon was plus for the Nationals last season. So I don't know how they're going to find or who they're going to find to replace that bat. Josh Donaldson would be fine, but I feel like after the season he's had, he's still going to get a nice little payday. So, we'll see. I think if you're the Cardinals, After seeing what Garrett Cole got, if you're Jack Flaherty, you're just like, oh, doctor.
Didn't Flaherty turn down an insulting upgrade or something because they lowballed him?
I don't know if they lowballed him, but
no,
I think
they
he put
did.
it. I know he put off. He can't put off arbitration, but I know he has made note through Twitter on several occasions that
Well,
he's kept an eye
a
on the
lot of
market.
contracts, if people want to offer them like something more long term these days, they'll buy out arbitration years.
Right.
Where he might just say, "Yeah, I'm going to
Wait.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to trust myself." And
When
not
is
have
Flaherty? Do we know when Flaherty's up?
I mean, I could look it up.
I'm just curious. I think if the guy has what he had in the second half of last season, and he does that for a full year next year, and
he's still. I mean,
I'm just saying, there's the Cardinals. I hope they realize that they're going to have to pay a premium to keep him long term.
I do know they get the fancy foyer saying Cards are looking good this offseason. They lost their second best hitter. Can't wait to see the results of the necessary arbitrage.
Michael Wacha too.
Wacha signed with the Mets.
Signed with the Mets.
Ozuna hasn't signed anywhere yet.
He is not.
Who were they talking about their second best hitter?
him, but he's not going to be
ain't
back
coming
here.
back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I definitely don't see Ozuna coming back. I think Ozuna is probably going to get some. Should put in probably a nice offer from folks probably in Cincinnati. But the Cardinals, I don't know what Mo's going to do. I think I'm with Gardner on this. You made it before. Like the Cardinals have made it their thing to trade. That's where they usually trade from a position of strength.
2024 is the earliest free agency for Jack Flaherty.
Oh man, the Cardinals have him under control for that long.
That's why.
Oh, no wonder why he's going to be in a mood. Oh boy.
Now, here's your Cardinal fanboy moment of the day. Nolan Arenado allegedly on the trade block.
For what? That's a big contract too.
Half your team.
I'm gonna say that's a fat ass contract too.
Well,
and
and he can opt out in a couple of years.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm a big fan of Nolan Arenado, but I think the Cardinals defensively are okay on that side of the infield. So I don't think. I mean, if you want a big bopper, go for it. I'm game for that. The Cardinals are going to have to do something to find a bat. They need another bop in that order if they're going to lose Ozuna.
I saw a very funny tweet, and I don't know if I got retweeted in, but TJ Moe said he put out the record-breaking deal for Strasburg,
Right.
record-breaking deal for Garrett Cole, and then it said, what did it say? It said Nationals, Yankees, and then it said Cardinals. Hey, Matt Carpenter, go lift weights and get stronger.
Essentially.
Like that's the differences.
Now,
That's kind of what they're gonna have to do.
Now, look, I've heard Mo recently on St. Louis radio, and he made a decent point where he essentially said, "Look, we know we need to improve in defense. We didn't necessarily, we made the necessary upgrades in the offseason to improve our defense, and our defense was one of the top 2-3 defenses in Major League Baseball. We didn't have to go out and break the bank in order for us to do that, and so that's what he's saying, I guess, in regards to improving the offense for the St. Louis Cardinals. Like, guys just have to be better, and I know that sounds silly. However, it's also the same thing we said to the St. Louis Blues. And how that worked out for them. Like the Blues just needed to play better hockey. They were playing shitty hockey. Everyone knew it. They knew it. They played better hockey with talented players, and they went on to a Stanley Cup run. Look, Matt Carpenter needs to play fucking better. It's really that simple. And whatever Matt Carpenter has done recently, stop doing that and do something else. I know that sounds very, no shit, but what can the Cardinals do? Matt Carpenter dropped off the face of the earth last year. So, I mean, you can't blame Mo for that. You can't blame the organization for that. There's a guy they counted on for the last few seasons that sucked ass last year. You need him not to suck as much ass. The same with Dexter Fowler. The same thing we said to Dexter. Dexter, get healthy, play better. Dexter got healthy, play better. So I'm just saying, I mean,
said he needs to not suck as much
he needs not to suck as much as ass. They did a lot of sucking ass last year. That's what Matt Carpenter was doing.
There it is, everybody. Anything before we get out of here?
Any other shout-outs?
No.
Shout-outs?
No. Tomorrow we're going to have two comics on the show. Matt Eisman. He's going to be at the Funny Bone. You know him from American Ninja Warrior, but then he's also on a new show. It's kind of like the new Cops, right? Or Rescue 911, kind of. Have you seen this? Hang on. Let's see what he hosts. Eisman hosts Live Rescue. Yeah, he's hosting that. So NBC 3-time Emmy Award winning, or Emmy Award nominated Matt Iseman. So
Why
we'll
hasn't
see
he
him
won?
tomorrow.
We'll find out tomorrow.
That's right. Don't you forget it. So we've loved having Matt on in the past. He did The Apprentice. He's very funny, very talented guy. And then Matt Bronger as well. He's going to be at Helium. So should be a fun time. Shout out to all of you for tuning in today. Looking forward tonight. 2 big shows. Gastropit, 8:30. You can get your barbecue on after the show. We've got 2 different lineups at comics. It's going to be very fun. 6 o'clock, Sophie's. Buzz put up the menu. Oh, doctor. You're getting macaroni salad with your food this
it's an
week.
old
kid.
doctor.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
you didn't say nothing, Gardner.
You ain't saying nothing but a word.
Thank you.
You coming? You going to get some buzzes?
I don't know yet.
All right. Trav, you'll be there.
Is it food? I'll probably be there.
Yeah, we'll make it happen. Wear your sweaters tonight. It'll be a good time. Trav, Gardner, anything?
No.
Good to go. Guys, we're back tomorrow live at 8 a.m. See you then.
Peace.